Okay, today's topic is about types of motion. In that, first one is translatory motion. What it is? Translatory motion. So, if all the parts of a body, if all the parts of a body, if all the parts of a body moves along the path, moves along the moves along the direction of the motion. Right. If all the parts of a body moves along the direction of the motion, right, this is nothing but a translatory motion. So whatever the direction of the motion, if the parts of a body moves along with that path, and this path is known as translatory motion. This translatory motion is divided into two types: rectilinear and curvilinear. Rectilinear and curvilinear. Curvilinear. So rectilinear is nothing but in translatory motion. If your body is in a translatory motion, and moves along the straight path, moves along the straight path. The body is in translatory motion and moves along the straight path, and that motion is nothing but rectilinear motion. And coming to the curvilinear motion, same. If your body is in translatory motion and moves along the curved path, if your body is in translatory motion and moves along the curved path, and moves along the curved path. Okay, so by the definitions you can easily understand that translatory motion, so generally basically the translatory motion and rectilinear motion both are same. You can easily say that translatory rectilinear is nothing but the body which is moving in a straight path. The body which is moving in a straight path. So if a body is moving in a straight path, then that path is nothing but we can say that it is translatory motion or rectilinear motion. Both are same, right? But here coming to the curvilinear motion, if a body is moving in a curved path, if a body is moving in a curved path, then the motion is nothing but curvilinear motion. The path should be curved. The path should be curved. So generally, basically remember the translatory motion and rectilinear motion both will same. Both are same. And give coming to the, we can give so many examples for this translatory motion and the curvilinear motion. So that soldiers marching in a parade, soldiers marching in a parade comes under translatory or rectilinear. A car is moving in a straight path, straight road, comes as translatory or rectilinear. And stone dropping from a height, the path obviously straight path. that is translatory or rectilinear. And so while we are riding a cycle on a straight road, so obviously it is also comes under the category of translate. Right. Next. So coming to the curvilinear motion, movement of tape in a tape recorder, movement of needle in a speedometer. Okay. So in this way we can give the example for curvilinear motion. So next one is rotatory. Next one is rotatory motion. So rotatory motion is nothing but if a body rotates, if a body rotates on its own path, if a body rotates on its own path, making as center of axis. So if a body rotates on its own axis, so making the body center point as the axis, and if a body rotates making the center point as the axis, so while you observe the top, so the top rotates making the needle which is at the center point, and it rotates on its own axis and it does not change its position. So the top rotates on its own axis, and we can give so many examples like hands in a clock, rotating blades of a fan, rotating of the earth and rotating of the planet, motion of rotation of drilling bit, okay, and motion of a potter's wheel. If you make a stand and rotating the wheel of a vehicle, that is also comes under rotatory motion. So it is the body in this body, the particles of this body moves along the path, making the center point as a axis, so that the body rotates. So making here important is the body rotates on its own axis. Whenever the body rotates on its own axis, we call that it as a rotatory motion. Okay. Next, oscillatory motion. Next one is oscillatory motion. And this oscillatory motion is also known as vibratory motion. Oscillatory motion or vibratory motion. Here. So the to and fro motion, motion of an object. So if the body moves in the to and fro direction, the to and fro direction in the sense forward and backward, right? Like swinging a cradle. The swinging of cradle is to and fro. Vibrating body, the motion of vibrating body. If you take a rubber band and stretch it, the rubber band vibrates. So that motion is also comes under the category of vibratory motion or oscillatory motion. So this oscillatory motion can be defined as the to and fro motion of an object. The to and fro motion of an object is nothing but oscillatory motion or vibratory motion. So coming to the examples for this is stretching a rubber band. So that rubber band vibrates, and swinging a cradle, motion of needle of a sewing machine. The motion of needle of a sewing machine also comes under the category of oscillatory motion, right? So we can give so many examples that for these different types of motions. And finally there is another thing, that is random motion. So random in the sense, random means we cannot identify the direction, motion, random motion. So finally random motion. So random, the path or the motion of an object, is not defined. So that we cannot able to understand the path of the motion of the object. Like example for this is the motion of housefly. So what is the motion of the housefly? So can we easily identify that? We cannot. The housefly may travel in whatever the direction it likes. So it comes under the category of random motion. So example for this, motion of housefly, motion of butterfly, and motion of all other birds. Okay. And there is one more thing, but to this class, that means to this 7th class, he gave that both motions are same, and that is nothing but rotatory and as we already discussed. So this rotatory motion, and so that motion is nothing but circulatory or circular motion. If a body rotates or moves along a circular path, so to this circulatory motion there is no other fixed point, fixed axis to that object. Even though there is no fixed axis physically at that object, so the body completes the circular path. Example for this is revolution of earth around the sun. It is the sun, and revolution of earth around the sun. Here it is the earth. The earth revolves around the sun. Is there any fixed point to that earth? So that to revolve around the sun, there is no fixed point. And a car completes the revolution along the circular track. Okay, so it is also comes under the category of circular motion or circulatory motion. If we complete a circular path, right, the path is like a circle, and if we complete that, and that motion is nothing but circular motion. But here in your class, in this class, 7th class, the circulatory motion and rotatory motion he gave it as a 1, but remember, to this higher section, from this in the higher sections the rotatory motion and circulatory motion both are different. But to this class, the rotatory motion and the circular motion both are same. So at wherever the points you got, like if your body moves along the circular path or if your body moves along its own axis, so both comes under the rotatory motion or circulatory motion. But to the finest, the both are different. So comes under the category of rotatory motion. It should have a fixed point. Based upon the fixed point, it rotates. Example: blades of a fan, hands of a clock, or spinning of a top, etc. Whereas the example for circulatory motion, if a body moves along a circular path, there should be a circular path, and on the circular path, the body should rotate. The body should move along that circular path. It should not rotate, it revolves. We can say that revolving is different than rotation. Our earth rotates along its own axis and also revolves around the sun. So the earth rotates on its own axis so that the day and nights are forming. The earth revolves around the sun so the seasons are forming. Okay. So to this rotation it should require a central axis. To the revolution they should not require any central axis. It should require the circular path. Okay. So revolving comes under circulatory motion. Rotation on its own axis comes under the category of rotatory motion. Okay, Nama? Right? And motion of a ceiling fan, rotatory motion. Motion of a arrow from a bow comes under translatory motion. Okay, and also that here instead of circulatory motion in this class he used that translatory motion. Instead of circular motion he used that translatory motion because it is along the path. According to the definition of the translatory motion, if all the parts of a body moves along the path, and that path is nothing but translatory motion. So instead of circulatory motion, he used that it is a translatory motion. Of course, it is a translatory motion because the parts of a body moves along the path. Okay, revolution of earth comes under two categories. Actually, that is circular motion, rotatory motion. But also it is also comes under the category of translatory motion. Okay, but here in this case, in this class, circulatory motion and rotatory motion both are same, and instead of circulatory motion we should use the translatory motion. Okay, so revolution of earth around the sun comes under translatory motion and rotatory motion. Next, and remember the motion, in some cases only at a time one motion is applicable, and in some cases at a time two types of motions are applicable. Example, rotation of hands of a clock. Motion of hands of a clock. Hands in a clock. So it comes under only rotatory motion. It only rotatory motion. And motion of wheels of a running car. So remember, the wheel rotates, so it possesses a rotatory motion, and also that the wheel rotates, and so that the car moves in some particular direction, so that it also possesses a translatory motion. So at a time a body possesses two types of motions like this, rotatory motion and translatory motion, and also maybe a particular single motion like rotatory motion, translatory motion and vibratory motion or something. At a time it may possess one or two types of motion depending upon the motion of the object. And motion of a drill bit, so it also comes under rotatory motion and translatory motion. It also comes as rotatory motion and translatory motion. If a girl is riding a bicycle, what is the position of, what is the motion of wheels? So that motion of wheels also comes under rotatory motion and translatory motion, because the cycle is not standing at a particular position, it moves. So that wheel rotates, so the bicycle moves. Okay. Now I will say some particular examples and what is the motion. Okay, right. Next one. Spinning top. It is rotatory motion. Spinning top is a rotatory motion. Bullet from a fired gun. Bullet from a fired gun is rotatory as well as translatory. Rotatory as well as translatory. Remember, the bullet, when you trigger the gun, the bullet rotates and moves in a straight path. It is rotating and moving in a straight path. Next, typewriter key. So it is oscillatory. So to and fro. When you press it, it moves in a particular direction. When you release it, it comes to its original position. To and fro. Okay. Oscillatory. It is also called as vibratory. Potter's wheel. Motion of potter's wheel. So it is obviously rotatory motion. Vibrating sitar string. Vibrating sitar string comes under vibratory or oscillatory. Motion. Okay. Ringing a bell. So it is also vibratory or oscillatory. A bouncing ball, finally. This bouncing ball comes under also the category of oscillatory or vibratory. Okay, children. So with this class we completed the types of motion with examples. So we will continue this in the next class, and this next class is about time.